supposed to be 350 pages, and our editor kept saying, well, you can't not use this one, and you can't not use, well, we were finally up to 440, and they said, no, go back. We've got to cut. 400 it is. So that's what we ended up with.
I'm interested in the stories particularly, and because I wondered, how do you collect that many stories? It's not like you know, as you're growing up and you know, you mature, well, and you might.
They came from two specific people. My grandmother, who was there through almost every minute of it, and my mother herself in the last 4 years of her life. We started talking about stories in the past when I was doing Detour. Now, that's 20 years ago. Detour published in 88, so a lot happened from 88 to 95 when my mother passed away. And we were able to spend really the last 4 years of her life with her quite a bit of the time. And we just, as we say in Hawaii, talk story, you know. And she was wonderful with her wealth of knowledge, memory. I mean, her memory was exquisite, and she was always saying to me, get it right. You know, if you're going to tell the story, get it right. And we just sit around and have fun and talk. So that's where so much of it came from. And again, my grandmother, who, as a child growing up, would tell me stories about my mother and the times that they had.
How much? How many of the stories came from before that time? I mean, would you look at these photos as you're going through them and go, "Oh, I remember where we were"? And
yes, there was a lot of that. Cindy came. I live in Palm Springs, and Cindy came out here from Philadelphia, spent about 8 weeks here, and we would. First, we started going through all the photographs and putting them in order of where they were, what they were. And then we just started from the beginning with old family photos and just started talking. And I would tell her stories, and she'd record it, and then I'd go to sleep, and she'd go home and type. So that's sort of how we, thank God she's only 25. She had the energy.
Wow. Well, let's talk about some of the what I consider to be the best stories in the book. Okay. You have to start a discussion like this, though. Between you, maybe you can define the difference between the legendary story of Lana Turner being discovered at Schwab's soda fountain and where the truth actually lies. I thought that was interesting to read.
You see, that's one of the myths that we tried to straighten out. She was discovered catty corner across the street from Hollywood High School in a little cafe called the Top Hat Cafe. It's been gone for years, but Schwab's drugstore had a PR man who was brilliant and grabbed onto the story and moved it to Schwab's. And Mother used to say that Schwab's really should have given her stock in the company. And many a young lady sat at the bar, at the soda fountain bar, and said, "Is this where Lana sat?" And of course, she hadn't sat there at all.
Was anyone actually discovered at Schwab's over the years? Did you?
I had no idea, but that story has sure persisted.
And no matter how many times you correct it, I'm sure it will continue.
Well, it will always be Schwab's. That's the magic of Hollywood. They have their own. They write their own endings.
Now, the at the beginning of the book. And I'm opening the book up now as we're talking because, well, frankly, I just can't resist this series of photos. It's page 28. People want to play along at home. You have the series of photos that made her.
I better get my copy if you're good.
Yeah, come on, Cheryl.
Yeah, no, wait a minute. Let me get it.
All
okay,
right.
So you want to go to page 28.
Page 28. I won't do this to you often in the conversation, but
that's all right. I'll be prepared.
All right. This is it's titled "The Walk They Won't Forget," and this is basically your mother walking down the street. And lots of people walk down lots of streets, but I guess on